Woozy here with NeoWorlder, and today in this video we're going to be going over some of the first things to do when you first create an account with NeoWorlder here. So I'll be kind of looking at two different groups here, brand new signups to NeoWorlder as well as transition users from our old platform. And what we're going to be going over is creating a commercial account, setting up your Versa wallet, and then if you do have any assets to claim already in the transition, claiming and reviewing those assets, or as well as if you're a new user, how to use the marketplace to start adding assets to your wallet here. So let's go ahead and dive in. You can see from the starting website here, we're just going to go into login, and we'll go ahead and get started today. Let's make me smaller. And let's dive in here. So first things first, I have already created my account, so I just logged in there. I was already logged in. If you hadn't actually created your account yet, when you hit that login button, it's going to pull up with a form to fill in your name, username, email you want to use. Once you register there, it'll send you an OTP. You'll enter that OTP, and then you'll come into this first page here. So a couple things I want to point out right from the start. You can see up here, this is going to be my retail user account. So this is the first name and then last name I signed up with. I'm just using this as a email alias here, but this is my retail user account. I'm also demoing this just to show some of the transition users what this will look like for them. So you can see I've already got some of my assets here from Lootverse that are actually available for me to claim. If you're a brand new user, you won't see this, no worries. In this video, I'll actually show you how to gather some of these assets that I'm pulling in from Lootverse here. But these will all be available through various mechanisms on the platform here. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and just dive in, and we're going to start by claiming these. So first thing it's going to do for the transition users is basically give you an overview of what you're bringing across. Some of these will be converted into minutes. Some of them will be vouchers for MDR. And then you can kind of see we have a total Prism minutes that we're going to be transferring right here. I'll get into kind of the details of what all of these are and do here later in the video, but for now I just want to point them out. You can see as well here we do have a conservation plot as well as a echo as well on this one. So first thing here we're going to do is it's going to basically prompt us to go ahead and create our commercial account. This is where we're actually going to claim and store these items here. So we'll click here. If you aren't a transition user, you can simply come to commerce down here, and then you should be able to create from here as well. So let's take a look. Okay, sorry, I lied from you. Not from the commercial account, but if you're a new user, you can see right here, new commercial account is right here. So simply by coming up here, dropping down your profile, you can click here as well. But let me come through this side here, and we'll create from here. Okay, so here's our commercial profile or our commercial account. This is going to be able to allow us to do more of the financial things on NeoWorlder, hold assets, buy, trade, sell, those type of activities. So let's go ahead and set this up here. So it will already have my email associated with the account there. If you do want a different email, you can put that one there, but we'll just go ahead and use the same for mine here. Again, phone number, website optional. If you're going to be running this more like your business or through your business, these things can come into a play. But for now, let me just fill in something real fast. Okay, and I'm just going to call this the Mark 258 commercial account. We'll be kind of right on the nose here, but let's go ahead and continue on. This is going to be where the address for my actual business is here. If it's going to be personal, you can use that. If you do have a business address, you can use that. Let me fill in these details real fast here. Okay, and we'll just set mine up in Missouri here. So let's go ahead and, let me add my address. Okay, got that all updated now. So let's go ahead and create our profile. Perfect. Looks like we got our success message here. And it is now tied into our account here. So now when we come up here on our drop down, you're going to see we have two profiles. We still have our retail account here, but now we do have our first commercial account right here. Under this, when we're logged into the commercial account as we are now, you can see that we have some options up here. This is going to be where we set up some neural pathways. We can invite and manage team members, handle billing. We'll get into affiliates at a later time here, but you'll have some options in here. as well as just you can come see and edit some of the basic details of the profile you just set up here as well. So we've now got our commercial account created. After logging in with our retail account, we created our commercial account. Now let's come back to our claim assets and create our Versa wallet. So again, this is our transition users are kind of naturally led through this flow here. If you're a normal user, you can now set this up from the commerce section as well here, which I'll show as well. Okay, so now that we are on our our commercial account, we're going to come to the commerce section. And if we come up to the drop down here, you can see that we have a tab named Versa. If we click on that, from here, we can actually open a Versa account as well. This will be the same process from here as it comes to the claim. But let me come back and go through the claim flow here. So now we can see our buttons changed from create commercial account to create Versa wallet. So let's go through there. And first thing it's going to do is go through a KYC step here. So basically, we want everybody that is setting up Versa wallets to be a known customer. So this is just a verification step that we require here. Let's go ahead and verify. Okay, and I'm currently in test mode here. When you get to this screen, you'll have a couple options. Easiest way is a driver's license identification. Just takes a few minutes to send the photo in and get verified here. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and submit this and go through. Okay, so that verification went through there. Let's come back and hopefully we gave it enough time here. Perfect. So now we can create our Versa wallet there. Just a note, when you do that KYC process for the real one, it might take about 5 minutes to actually upload your into your account to go here. So just refresh after about 5 minutes and it should let you in here. So now that we're in here, we're going to go ahead and create our Versa wallet. This is going to be allow us to claim all of our assets like our NFTs or conservation plots, as well as our MDR. And then each one does cost that $2.99 to create. This is just kind of a spam prevention fee just to make sure that people aren't creating too many there for us. And then we want to automatically transfer our assets here as well. So again, if you're a new user with no assets, this part's not too important. But just setting up your wallet will then allow you to go to the marketplace to start buying and storing your own assets on NeoWorlder. So let's go ahead and create. Okay, I'm gonna fill out this Stripe payment real fast and submit that just to pay the Versa wallet fee. Okay, and got my payment confirmed after submitting that Stripe payment. So we are now good to continue on. All right, so it is bringing me into the Versa account creation here. It's giving me a notice here as I start. Once it gives me my recovery phrase and with my PIN, these are my responsibility to store. Make sure you put them in a safe, secure location. The NeoWorlder side will never have this information, so if you lose it, it's kind of on you here. So just double check that you're saving this in a secure, good location that you will maintain access to. But let's go ahead and continue here. So again, also when you're doing this, don't show these to anybody. This is just a staging account for me that I'm not going to be using. So we'll delete this right after. But again, for your actual accounts, make sure that these are secure and you're not giving anybody else access to. Otherwise, they will be able to come into your wallet and potentially steal all your assets. So we don't want that. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and copy these and save them real fast. Okay, I've got them copied here. Let's continue. Let's paste all of them here. And we'll confirm. All right, and then this is where you can create multiple Versa accounts. If you do, maybe you have one for different businesses, one a personal, one for business, however you want to organize them. You can give them names here, and then just make sure that the pins associated with each one are saved and again secure here. So let me enter in this real fast. All right, so I've got my wallet labeled here. Again, we're going to kind of just be obvious with our names here to start. And then I've created a pin. Highly recommend random series of letters, numbers, and characters. And we're going to go ahead and complete that setup. And again, make sure you save that pin in a secure spot. All right, so we are now successfully created there. Let's go into the dashboard and we'll kind of review what we're seeing in here real fast. All right, so to start here, we've kind of got our wallet up here and our settings down here. Settings, not a whole lot. You got your 2FA as well as light and dark mode here. And then let's come back into our wallet. So a couple different spots here. You can see right at the top, there's drop downs here. If you do have more than one wallet, you can transition to them right here, as well as if you ever need to rename each wallet, you can do that. You can also copy your address up here as well if needed there. And then up here, a few more things. So you can see currently I have no Ethereum on this account. We will need a little bit to pay for some of the gas fees for some of the transfers. And then as well as here, we can kind of see an overview. So right now, seeing no USDC in this wallet, as well as no MDR as well. And then at the top, we've got our tab over to NFTs. And when we click in there, you can see no NFTs yet. It's broken down by types here, as well as the Prism art. But right now, nothing yet on my wallet here. So for now, let's go through kind of the transition flow here. So you can see that it's got this flashing thing that I've got one item to claim. Transition users will see this if they have anything available here. New users, when you create this, you won't see anything here. Right after this, we'll kind of go into the marketplace and kind of how to get some assets into your wallet here. But let me start with claiming. So you can see right off the bat, I've got a conservation plot and a echo. And it's telling me I need to get some gas fees here. So first thing I'm going to do is actually go transfer some Ethereum onto my wallet here, just so that I have enough to cover the gas fee. And again here, you can copy your address by simply clicking on this button right here. All right, let me add some Ethereum to this wallet real fast. I guess also I should have pointed it out. You got your send and receive buttons up here as well to make it easy for you. Okay, let me do that real fast. All right, so we have now got some Ethereum in here. Let's actually claim our asset. And we're going to enter in the pin that we just created on the other on the other screen there. Okay, and we have successfully claimed, and our NFTs and tokens are going to be added to our wallet. So let's hop back and let's refresh and see what we have here. Okay, so let's go to NFTs. And you can see we now have our conservation plot, our type W plot, as well as our echo here as well. So just to recap kind of what we've gone through so far. So either new or transition users who have created an account and logged in, they can now create their commercial account, which is where they can kind of store their assets, as well as their Versa wallet, where they can claim and add NFTs or also view their MDR holdings there. And then from there, we've shown how the transition users can actually show their conservation plots and echoes in their Versa wallet. All right, then actually let's go see the other type of asset that we transferred was, if you remember in the initial claim, we had minutes in there as well. And so if we come back into the, leave our Versa wallet and come back into the main site here, let me show you how to navigate there. If we go to Commerce and then Prism, Prism is where we'll actually use our minutes. You can see that we've got our 30 minutes available right here. I'm going to stop this video right now, and we'll, in the next one, in the one focused on the Prism, we'll actually show you kind of how to use these minutes and how to get MDR out of the Prism. But then to recap this video real fast, let me just show you one more thing. In the commerce section here, still under my commercial wallet, we do have a few more areas you can go. So let me come into the wallet. Oh, actually, I'm sorry there. I wanted to show the marketplace. So let's go to the marketplace. And from here, I just wanted to show that there are things like creator, entity, and Prism allowances. There's some other videos on those as well, but those will show up in your commercial account wallet. Trying just to not get those too confused here. So you do have your commercial account wallet, which will show kind of your USDC available to be used directly on NeoWorlder. The USDC from here. You can see you can send it into your Versa wallet. You can also send this directly into Neo if you need to move it that way as well. The reason it's set up like this is it just to help you move and manage your money easier. Sorry. And then last thing here in the commercial account wallet, you can see the actual allowances up here. I have some separate videos that go through how you can actually use and what the allowances are for in different videos if you're wanting to get into that. But for now, we're going to leave this here. And we'll kind of, like I said, in the next one, if you're looking for kind of what actually to do with those minutes in the Prism, check out the Prism video next.